Imagine a world where financial worries are a distant memory, and you enjoy financial freedom, emotional fulfillment, and genuine happiness. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But this dream can become a reality starting today. Let's explore the 8 essential Stoic principles that can transform your financial and emotional life. This video isn't just about accumulating wealth, but about cultivating a mindset that promotes prosperity, peace, and positivity. These principles have the power to change lives, and I guarantee that by the end of this video, your perspective on finances and life in general will significantly shift. Why should you pay attention? Because the goal isn't just to exist, but to live fully and prosperously. So get ready, because the journey to financial independence and an enriching life begins now. Lesson number 1: avoid overspending your financial resources. The first lesson may seem obvious, but it is often overlooked. We are bombarded daily by tempting advertisements encouraging us to buy the latest smartphone model or fashionable clothes. The temptation to spend on unnecessary items is strong, and before we know it, we might end up living just to pay bills, accumulating growing debts. This vicious cycle of consumption is a common trap. Self-control, a key aspect of Stoicism, is crucial. This philosophy teaches us not to be dominated by desires and not to let material objects dictate our happiness. Instead, we should seek satisfaction in what we already have and resist the constant desire for more. In practice, this starts with distinguishing between what we need and what we want. Needs are essentials for life, such as food, housing, and basic clothing. Wants are items we would like to have but are not essential, like cutting-edge technology, branded clothes, or luxury cars. By understanding this difference, we make more conscious spending decisions. Remember the story of the hare and the tortoise. In the race of life, we prefer not to be the hare that consumes its resources quickly and imprudently, but rather the tortoise that advances more thoughtfully and steadily without exhausting itself. Frugality and conscious spending do not mean depriving yourself of the good things in life. It's about making smart decisions to live comfortably without the constant stress of financial uncertainty and building a solid foundation for the future. Lesson number 2: pay attention to your financial situation. After addressing the importance of living within our means, we now turn to the second principle: paying attention to your financial situation. The notion that ignorance is bliss is entirely inapplicable when it comes to finances. Ignoring finances can lead us down a path of financial difficulties. A fundamental part of Stoicism is the practice of wisdom, which demands a deep understanding of our situation. In financial terms, this means being fully aware of our finances. Many people fall into the trap of ignoring their financial reality, perhaps out of fear, shame, or simple negligence. However, it is essential to acknowledge our financial situation, no matter how unfavorable it may be, as this is the first step toward improvement. Consider your finances like a garden. If neglected, weeds and pests emerge, ruining what was once a flourishing and orderly space. This analogy also applies to financial management. Constant and meticulous oversight allows you to quickly identify any financial problems, resolve them, and make the necessary adjustments to ensure your financial garden thrives and maintains its vitality. Lesson number 3: do not link happiness to material wealth. The third principle is one of the most important: do not associate happiness with material wealth. In our culture, we are often conditioned to believe that happiness is related to the possession of material goods, suggesting that the more we have, the happier we are. However, the truth is substantially different. Stoicism teaches that true happiness lies in virtue. For the Stoics, virtue is the highest good, meaning that a virtuous life based on wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline represents the highest form of happiness. Virtue is under our control, not affected by external factors or volatility. Therefore, what matters is not what we possess, but who we are and how we conduct our lives. Moreover, material possessions are ephemeral, and the happiness they provide is fleeting. The incessant pursuit of more goods is like running on a treadmill. There is movement but no real progress. On the other hand, when we seek wealth and wisdom, experiences, and relationships, we find lasting happiness. The knowledge acquired, the experiences lived, and the love shared are treasures that remain, enriching life in ways that material things cannot. Lesson number 4, embrace and seize opportunities for risk. We arrive at the fourth lesson, the relevance of understanding and embracing risk opportunities. The word risk often evokes anxiety or caution, emotions that can prevent us from reaching our maximum potential. Stoicism teaches us that being courageous is essential. The fear of failure or facing obstacles should not be a barrier to engaging in well-thought-out risks. Taking risks can involve investing in an innovative project, exploring a new career path, or choosing to save and invest resources instead of spending them immediately. Of course, there is the possibility that things may not go as planned, but there is also the chance of surprisingly positive outcomes. However, talking about taking risks does not mean acting recklessly. Stoicism speaks of calculated and prudent risks, based on knowledge, discernment, and a clear understanding of your specific situation. Lesson number 5, invest in your personal growth. The fifth principle is to invest in your personal growth. Just as a tree expands and rises, we must strive for our own personal improvement. This involves transforming into the best version of yourself, dedicating time and effort to expanding your knowledge, refining skills, cultivating talents, and taking care of your well-being. Personal development is more than a privilege, it is a necessity. Having the audacity to leave the comfort zone and embark on the path of perpetual learning is essential. Investing in yourself can involve seeking additional education, attending workshops, seeking mentorship, or setting aside time for reading and expanding knowledge. This investment can significantly impact your career, relationships, and quality of life. Lesson number 6, take responsibility for your finances. The sixth principle highlights the importance of personal responsibility and autonomy. It is crucial to admit our participation in the situations we experience instead of simply blaming others. We live in a society that often prefers to attribute responsibility for its dilemmas to others. By doing so, we relinquish our control and influence over our own lives, becoming passive spectators instead of active actors in our own story. Taking personal responsibility does not imply wallowing in guilt and self-blame. On the contrary, it means giving ourselves the chance to learn from mistakes and make better decisions in the future. It is accepting that our financial situation directly reflects our choices and actions. Yes, external factors influence, but our reaction to these factors is even more decisive. Lesson number 7, refuse to live according to others' expectations. The seventh lesson emphasizes the importance of living in alignment with your own values instead of following social standards or external expectations. In today's digital age, the pressure to meet others' expectations is intense. We are often led to adopt inauthentic lifestyles just to gain approval or acceptance. This also affects our relationship with money. To apply this principle, it is essential to know yourself, your values, and financial aspirations. Developing a realistic and personalized financial plan aligned with these goals is crucial. Additionally, resilience is fundamental, as there will always be pressures to conform and live to please others. Lesson number 8, accept and adapt to change. In our last and possibly most impactful lesson, We focus on accepting and adjusting to change. Changes are constant, but we often face them with resistance. We tend to cling to what is familiar, to the known, to our comfort zones. However, Stoicism teaches us to embrace and adapt to change, understanding the ephemeral nature of life and adjusting accordingly. Changes can open doors to new opportunities and greater prosperity. Flexibility in your financial plans, career choices, and investment strategies can help you overcome economic turbulence. Remember, the world is a stage of constant change, and you are the protagonist. With the right mindset, knowledge, perspective, and flexibility, you can paint a panorama of financial prosperity and personal fulfillment. I sincerely hope this message has been helpful to you. I want to congratulate you for getting this far because it means you want to improve as a person. If you liked it, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. May we all achieve happiness and financial success in our lives.